The Nationals' resiliency is paying off. 4 wins in come-from-behind fashion, including 3 against the Braves. A critical component to the rotation makes his 2016 debut. Gio and the Nats on a chilly spring night in the district.
It is a cool, breezy night in D.C. Little breeze coming in from the north. The Braves are trying to win a ball game. The Nats are trying to go 5-1. Bryce is ready. He's hot. Daniel Murphy is super hot. He's at the top of the league in a couple of offensive categories right now. Bob and FP, welcome to game 2 of the 4-game set. Tonight we get Gio. Finally, we get Gio. Been waiting and waiting for him to get out there. We're not sure what to expect, but he's always capable of great things.
Well, he's making so much progress. His last start was March 27th in spring training 16 days ago. So a lot of people are wondering what you're going to get from Gio Gonzalez tonight. You look at the success he's had throughout the years. 2012, the big year with 21 wins and a 2.89 ERA. This is his first start as a father. His son Enzo is going to be in attendance tonight. People wondering what they're going to get from Gio. It's going to be a great start.
And the one thing Gio does, no matter, even if he's walking a couple of guys, keeps the ball in the ballpark, knocking on the table on this one, because he was one of the best in baseball at doing that last year.
Yeah, just 8 home runs given up last year. It was because of the newfound sinker. He's keeping the ball down. I like the fastball up. I like the 2012 Gio where he's striking everybody out. We'll all see together what we get tonight from Gio Gonzalez.
Left-hander on the mound, a left-hander playing out there at second base, and Murphy has been hot. 5 games, 8 hits, 4 for extra bases, 7 RBIs. He is crushing Atlanta pitching to the tune of 381 over the last 11 ball games. Daniel, Ryan, Bryce, the offense is ready for another show against the Braves at Nats Park tonight.
Masson, brought to you by PNC Bank. For the achiever in you, by visitannapolis.org. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. And by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces and their families for over 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA. Flags are blowing in from the left field corner tonight on a breezy, cool evening. probably down in the 40s by the time we wrap things up tonight. The Braves and the Nats. Washington's won 3 in a row against Atlanta and 11 straight against the Braves in this ballpark, going back and back quite a ways. So here's our weather picture. Skies are clear, 58 and dropping, winds at 15, no humidity at all. Gio Gonzalez, 4-8 career in 13 starts against the Braves, a 4.54 career ERA. Nats are on the field. Early game notes for you. So they've beaten Atlanta 17 of the last 21, and look at the run differential. It's unbelievable. So after the 5th inning, the Nationals really come alive, +7 on the runs. And Daniel Murphy, I don't think it matters what time of the game he's up there. 3rd in the league in hitting, 1st in on-base percentage, and he loves Atlanta pitching. Here's the Braves lineup hitting .206. Mallex Smith is back in that leadoff spot tonight, and their best hitter right now is Nick Markakis, 1st in the league with 6 doubles. He's 6 for 24 with 3 career RBIs against Gio. There's a right-handed flavor to the lineup tonight. Frank Coors in left, Jace Peterson sitting out at second base. Gordon Beckham is in there, and here comes Gio.
Yeah, finished the 2015 season strong with 6 shutout innings against the Mets at Citi Field on October 3rd. Last 6 starts of 2015 for Gio, 2-1 with a 2.38 ERA, 42 strikeouts in that span. So looking to pick up where he left off last season, and maybe even his last spring training start that we saw against the Braves 16 days ago, the last time Gio Gonzalez stood on a major league mound. Set the defense behind Gio tonight. Worth, Taylor Harper out. Phil Espinosa Rendon left side, Murphy Zimmerman right side, and Jose Lobaton, first start of the year behind the plate, going to ride Gio Gonzalez.
Yeah, he'll be batting right behind the plate, and 0 for 3 career, by the way, against Yolis Chacin. More on him a little bit later. But with Gio in there, some left-handed bats at the top of the Atlanta lineup. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. The first 3 batters against a quality left-handed starter are all from the left side of the plate, starting with the youngster Mallex Smith. Glad to report he's okay. 6 stitches in the eye area after taking the helmet in the face last night. 13th year for Dan Isanya, the home plate umpire. Bob Davidson at first, Lance Barrett second. There's the crew chief, Dale Scott, over at third. 7:07 in D.C., and here we go. Little outside. Smith looking to bunt, bouncing it straight back. Young man can fly. He got his first major league hit here last night. And he told some folks after the game last evening he had never been held on first base the way Max Scherzer held him last night before he was caught stealing.
Well, that's a welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, 1-1 pitch. Right side, Zimmerman on a tricky hop. Feeds to Gio. That's very well done.
You know, it's things like that when you haven't pitched in 16 days that you'd think would be tricky for Gio Gonzalez. He's thrown his bullpens. He's paid attention on the bench charting pitches, but, you know, stuff that you work on when you're out on the mound during a game that you don't get to is the play you're seeing right there. And watch the topspin hop to Ryan Zimmerman at the end. Gio hustling over. A lot of pent-up energy for Mr. Gonzalez, so you know he was getting over there quick. But Ryan with a nice play with the topspin. Nasty hop. Good feed to Gio Gonzalez. Eventful first out here tonight.
Yeah.
That's the fastest I've ever seen Gio run.
Well, they let him out of the cage, and here he is. He has been
seriously.
He's been pouncing around, pacing, waiting for tonight. Here's Nick Markakis. And Gio delivers a fastball in their low 90s. Markakis, 6 career hits, 3 RBIs against Gio, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. They've seen a lot of each other. Ryan Zimmerman won't have to throw this one to his pitcher. Couple of ground balls and 2 outs.
He almost beat Ryan to the bag. Did you see that?
He's pumped.
He's pumped. Gio Gonzalez so fired up. Hasn't started in 16 days. He might have beat his record. And Malik Smith, look at him getting over in this one. I didn't know Gio was that fast. So 2 for 2. Pace yourself, lefty. You're going deep into this one, I have a feeling. Look at he's winded.
Well, it's got to be so unusual for him. Pulled up there a little bit.
A little limpage at the end.
Yeah. Freddie Freeman, 9 career hits against Gio. 9 for 29, couple of home runs, 10 RBIs. Shift is on. And he throws the 91 by him upstairs. So it looks like that fastball's playing a little sneaky fast here. Front door on the curveball. Inside the numbers with Jeep. Guys who love Nationals Park. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to see Hanley Ramirez much around here anymore. Nats got out of town, at least got the Marlins out of town without Giancarlo doing a ton of damage. Freddie Freeman in the ball game last night, 0 for 2 after being walked a couple of times. He's 4th in the league in walks, and he'll have to get used to that this year. Full count. Threw him a strike on 3-2. Gio's career record 91 and 66. So there could be a special one down the road this year. Start number 212. Had a career ERA of 3.62. Looked like he took a little bit off and missed in the dirt. 2-out walk. Freddie Freeman's 7th walk of the year. That'll bring in Adonis Garcia, the third baseman.
I'd love to get one of the various sports bureaus, whether it's Elias or something, on Gio Gonzalez start where he's faced 3 lefties to start a game.
Yeah.
I guarantee you this is the first time it's ever happened. And he's pitched however many games.
Well, we heard that initially Smith might not be the leadoff guy. Then Freddie Gonzalez changed his mind and put him in there. This ball drilled to right by Garcia. Bryce Harper right there. Good first inning for Gio Gonzalez. He has the walk, but 3 routine outs. Well, at least 2 of them were. They're making great use of it, and they're using speed, timely hitting. Ryan Zimmerman, couple of home runs out of his 5 hits career against Jhoulys Chacín. Murphy 3 for 9 with a couple of RBIs against him. And Jose Lobaton getting a start tonight. Chacín pitches against the Nats, FP, for the first time since he threw 7 shutout innings here 3 years ago while with Colorado.
Yeah, he's making his 2016 debut tonight too. And if you remember that March 27th start that Gio Gonzalez pitched against the Braves in Vieira, it was against Jhoulys Chacín.
Busted bat, and it's not going to have any carry to it. Gordon Beckham, Michael A. Taylor down on 1 pitch.
And Chacín was 1-1 with a 3 ERA and 5 spring starts, 6 total games. Career 40-49 record with a 3.76 ERA, 129 games, 113 starts. Fastball average is 89.
Not a whole lot of action last year. 5 games, 4 starts with Arizona, going 2-1. Anthony Rendon 2 for 5 against him. Inside edge. Rendon 2 doubles in his 7 base hits. He'll serve one to the right side. Freeman playing at least 30 feet off the line, stabbing that one.
Set the Braves defense for you tonight. Francoeur, Smith, Markakis, the outfield. Ibar Garcia left side. Beckham, Freeman right side. And Tyler Flowers behind the plate. Freddie Freeman, Ryan Zimmerman, both first basemen ready for action tonight. Making nifty plays here early.
You are right. Bryce Harper has never faced Chacín, so he's 5 for 16 to start the season. Yeah, they're walking Bryce too 7 times. Only Gregory Polanco of the Pirates with 9 more bases on balls so far. This one will reach the seats.
This is one of those nights, Carp, that you and I have seen in the past. It's going to take a driver and a 3-wood to get it out of here tonight. This park, when it's breezy, the wind's coming in from left. I know the temperature is, what, 57, 58 and dropping, but it feels like it's about 40. So on nights like tonight, Nats Park traditionally plays huge.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to pull one down the lines or just crush one to a gap to get it out of here. Bryce gets jammed on that one. Garcia over by the dugout. Plenty of room to make that play. And Chacín comes out and throws a 1-2-3. Bottom of the first. It's always cool to come into the ballpark. Maybe you've got your Gio jersey on and a Senators ball cap, and they are larger than life in the starting lineup out there. He likes cold weather, huh? His Jeep takes us inside some chilly numbers early in the season.
No, he hates it, actually.
Oh, team record, yeah.
He's from Hialeah. He does not like the cold.
Well, for some reason, the hitters must like it a whole lot less. Here's Francoeur. He rips one right by Bo Porter, foul. Jeff Francoeur has had only 4 at-bats this year, 3 strikeouts, a walk. 10 for 25, though, career against Gio with a home run. Rips that one to the hole. Danny Espinosa, good effort. And the Braves have their first base hit.
Now we see Jeff Francoeur over the years. I mean, he's swinging. He's swinging from the time he gets off the bus. Even though he did walk in Atlanta, that was very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from him. And sees 2 offerings from Gio, hits them both hard, 1 foul, 1 fair for a hit.
Eric Ibar, the shortstop. This will be the first time we see him bat right-handed against a Nats starter. Reaching for that one, strike 1. Right-handed, he's 0 for 6, 5 for 25 overall. Right to Espinosa, and Danny may be looked up. Hard to figure how that happened. I know that ball had some spin on it, and a 6-4-3 double play ball turns into the first error by a non-catcher in the Nats season.
Well, the Nats have been playing Trump-type defense for the first 5 games of the year, and Danny Espinosa has been as good or better than anybody. And maybe he just thought that play was a little bit too easy and took his eye off and picked up Daniel Murphy at second base just a hair too quick. You see where he's looking? And that ball did take a tricky hop, Carp. You were on it, but his eyes looked at the target where he's about to throw it before he caught it.
Here's veteran catcher Tyler Flowers, who joins the Braves on a free agent 2-year deal after leaving the White Sox, where he had played since '09. Originally drafted by Atlanta back in '05. He's a Georgia boy out of Blessed Trinity High School, class of '04. Lobaton out with Gio.
First start of the year, he crossed him up.
Yeah.
What are we using with the runner on second? Let's go over it again. Let's get on the same page. I put down fastball. You threw a curve. That'll get Jose Lobaton's heart rate going.
The Nats had come into the game with only 1 error, fewest in the National League, along with the Giants. Flowers, 30 years of age, from Roswell, Georgia. .223 career hitter. 0 for 2 career against Gio. Plot thickens here on a 2-0 count.
That's where Gio trying to pick up a shortstop, get a ground ball, give him another chance real quick.
Goes with a 2-0 off-speed pitch, a beauty. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
It turns over the changeup right here. Flowers geared up for number 1. He got the changeup. Now Dusty Baker talking about the long layoff for Gio before the game, saying that when he was on the bench, he wanted him to pitch with his mind to stay fresh. So while he was watching guys pitch, what would you do right here? What pitch would you throw in this situation? Would you pitch around this guy? Would you pitch to this guy? So that he kept his mind fresh with the 16-day layoff.
3-1. Out of play right side. We saw Gio charting Max Scherzer's pitches last night. Steven Strasburg scheduled to go tomorrow night against the Braves. Three-two pitch. Runners holding, swing and a miss for the first strikeout. Good time for it with 8 and 9 coming up.
It says changeup on the scoreboard, but did this have cutting? No, it was a changeup, but it cut a little bit at the end. Do you see that kind of breaking down and in? It was a nice shot of the Exmo, the release point. Definitely a changeup from Gio Gonzalez, but he pulled it across, had a little cut action to it, and worked for strike 3.
Gordon Beckham is 1 for 9 to start the year. 1 for 5 career against Gio. Over but low for a ball. Beckham made a costly error that gave the Nats a W down in Atlanta. Outfield not too deep. Just missing with the heater. 3-0. Beckham a .242 career hitter. Best season with the White Sox was his first full year in the big leagues when he hit .270 in 09. The .230 range since then nearly every year. Just .209 last year. Low in the zone for strike 2.
Lobaton in the zone. Jose Lobaton, as good as there is at framing the low fastball. You remember last year? Well, that's why Gio loves throwing to Jose Lobaton. He loves throwing to Wilson Ramos too, but Lobaton just bought him a strike right there with that frame job.
Yeah. See what else he can buy him here with a 3-2 count, 1 out. Runners weren't going with nobody out. Beckham usually a contact guy. They got great jumps, especially Frank Core off of second base, and the ball hit out of play.
Just gives him so much confidence to throw in the bottom half of the strike zone. To have a guy that catches the top half of the baseball and presents it to the umpire as a strike. That's why he kept the ball in the ballpark last year so much. Just 8 home runs given up. Through the sinker much more, through the changeup much more than he did in the past.
Shorter lead by Frank Core at second now. They're not going, and Gio gets a fly ball to Bryce Harper. Pitcher coming up, and a big second out as the runners stay.
With a 2016 Flex plan, the choice is yours. Pick 4 games starting just $80. Plus, we'll throw in a free Nationals grill item. Visit nationals.com/flex to buy your Flex plan today.
All right, now you get the pitcher out. Get the ball game to the bottom of the second. It's Yolis Chacin, a 180 career hitter. He can swing it.
Yeah,
we've seen him take some good swings against the Nats.
Way to base it off Gio, and base it off Gio in that last spring training game when they faced each other. But yeah, he was trying to hit that one off a crane.
Well, he knows he has to swing hard in a night like this, and that was airing it out. I'm not sure Roger McDowell, the pitching coach of the Braves, is real wild about what he just saw.
Back in the old days, you'd be on your back the next pitch after a swing like that.
Yeah.
But probably get a changeup right here.
Pops it up on the infield. Right side, Daniel Murphy coming in with the breeze. And Gio, a good battle back after the Nats couldn't handle a double play ball. Still scoreless early.
Aggressive on the base pass in other areas as well, tagging up on pop-ups, taking the extra base on balls in the dirt. That's something that the Nationals, under Dusty Baker and Davey Lopes, their first base coach, have preached since early on in spring training. And Davey Lopes said today, every team says they want to be aggressive and hustle, but that's easier said than done, especially over the course of a long season. He said, we all saw what the Royals did last season and how much speed can impact a team in a positive way. We've got 5-6 guys on this club that can run. We might as well take advantage of that ability and put pressure on teams. And Dusty Baker said today, you've got to be willing to make a mistake. Otherwise, you're not going to put the other team, in a position where they're making any mistakes. The Nats continue to want to push the issue on the base paths. They've done it through 5 games early on.
Davey Lopes stole 557 bases in his big league career. Led the National League twice with the Dodgers, 75 and 76, when he swiped 140 bases in 2 years. He knows what he's doing. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. That's Speedy Dan Coco with our Coons.com sideline report.
Speedy to the fridge, no doubt.
0-1 to Ryan Zimmerman. Chassin has him reaching.
But as a defender, that puts so much pressure on you when you know you have a team that's going to take the extra base. And I think when you bring up the Royals, you know, they won a World Series on Eric Hosmer's play at third base. Everybody blamed Lucas Duda for a bad throw, but David Wright didn't look him back enough. A lot of times as an infielder, you look a guy back, but you're not really seeing him. It's just a head turn. And I think when you have an aggressive team like the Royals, or maybe the Nats this year, you know, when you're fielding a ground ball, you really have to look somebody back for a click before you throw to first, or they're always looking to take the extra base. Balls in the dirt, stolen bases at the right time, going first to third. Jason Worth tagging up on a short fly ball in Atlanta to win a game. All the things we've seen early in the season, the Royals have won a World Series doing. You got to have a little bit of team speed to go with it.
Sure.
And the Nats do.
Already more than 10% of the stolen bases they had all of last year. 0-2 pitch. They stole 57 bases last year. Only the Mets with 51 had fewer in the National League. Right now the Nationals 6 out of 8, and that's the most steals of any team coming into April 12th. 1-2 pitch. This guy could be tough on right-handers, and he strikes Ryan out on a pitch well outside. So how does he do against a left-hander like this?
Avoid him because he's locked in. I mean, when you're taking high fastballs and getting on top of him like this and tomahawking him out of the ballpark, and then celebrating like that as you go back to the dugout. Baseball is very fun for Daniel Murphy.
Yeah. It's so fun when players aren't stoic all the time. Just really punishing the Braves over the last 11 ball games. 15 RBIs. Murph, by the way, is 7th in the league with his 7 right now. That was so funny. Casual wave to the crowd and then the woo-hoo-hoo for his teammates. 3 for 9 career, couple of RBIs against Chacin.
And the one he hit in Atlanta coming back to the dugout, he said that was real good.
Yeah. He beats the shift. They didn't have everybody on the right side, but Gordon Beckham was in a ranked pole position, and Murphy's still able to turn on it. He's now 9 for 18, batting .500.
Well, I always say you could save a lot of time and just put a 3-2 count on Bryce Harper when he goes up. But just put Daniel Murphy on first right now if you want to speed up the game, because he's getting there one way or another.
And
there goes the no-hitter. Thank you very much. 636 at Nats Park.
Kind of likes it here.
That's pretty good average.
Jason Worth 4 for 10 against Chacin career.
Plus, just adding on to what Dan said too, you want to make baseball exciting. One of the most exciting things for me is watching base running like that. Watch aggressive base running, going first to third, tagging up on short fly balls, all the stuff we just mentioned. Watching Bob Henley send guys and being aggressive in the third base box. That's exciting baseball. Station to station baseball is like watching paint dry.
Yeah, you get a 3-run homer once a week or so, maybe. Making things happen. You love it.
And even if they're out, you're sitting at home going, oh, why did he go? I mean, it's still exciting, even though you're frustrated.
Sure. Well, Dusty had a great quote today. He said, if you don't make any mistakes on the bases, you're not going to force any either by the other team. That's why he's giving guys knuckles and everything when they come back to the dugout, like Bryce Harper.
He should once a week get everybody together and give out sweatbands to the guys that do good things. You know, like Ohio State has the Buckeye on the helmet. Yeah. Willie Stargell had the stars on the hats in Pittsburgh. Dusty should give out either toothpicks or sweatbands to guys that are doing good.
I'd love it. The golden toothpick every week.
Yeah.
Just don't take it to the field with you.
You have to play one inning with a toothpick in if you get it. UL Washington style.
0-2 to Worth, who's 1 for 16 to start the season. Jason has drawn 5 walks. Going to have to battle here in an 0-2 count.
Jason really been working on going the other way in batting practice the last few days. And you can see him with his approach right here. He's trying to hit that hole. He's got the whole right side staring at him in the face. Gordon Beckham up to middle. Freddie Freeman holding Murphy on. A lot of room over there.
A lot of strikes from a little bit down and away, 2 up and in. And Worth stays alive. Danny Espinosa is in the 7-hole tonight. He's been hitting behind Wilson Ramos, but he'll hit ahead of Jose Lobaton. A couple of switch hitters. This is a ball club that sees a lot of pitches on the average.
Small sample size, but I feel like that's going to hold up, and it might even get better.
Target away. Worth. Did he stop? Bob Davidson says no, punches him out on the appeal to first. 2 down.
Check it out from the side. Not the angle Bob Davidson saw.
That was borderline. Danny Espinosa is next. Danny, all of his hits from the left side this year, 3 for 14. 1 hit, 5 career at bats against Jhoulys Chacín. Or Jhoulys Chacín.
You know, if you sign a lease and I don't sign a lease, it's
Jhoulys. Those are some numbers Espinosa's been putting up against Atlanta pitching. 2-0. Danny, 1 RBI in the year, 3 hits, 4 walks. Hitters count, gets under it to center. Mallex Smith will come into the short gap to make that grab. Nats get their first base hit by Daniel Murphy. Who else? And it's no score into the 3rd.
Coming to Nats Park. They know about chili. April 22nd to 24th. Joe Mauer is going to be in the lineup. Plus,
well played.
Plus a bunch of other Twins. Let's celebrate the first 3-game set of the year. Pups in the Park, Saturday the 23rd. Kids opening day the 24th. Visit nationals.com for tickets. And along those lines, the last time Gio Gonzalez faced 3 lefties to start a game off was in April 9th, 2011 against the Twins. It was Denard Span, Mauer, and Morneau.
So it does happen, but it's very rare.
It's the only time it's happened in his career.
Yeah, Mallex Smith trying to lay one down, foul ball.
Other than tonight.
Top of the 3rd underway. Well, and Drew Stubbs, a right-handed hitting center fielder, is 0 for 11 with 5 strikeouts career against Gio. So maybe Freddie Gonzalez figured this kid may get on a time or 2 and I can make some things happen with him. Curve ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. We heard, as we mentioned earlier, he was leaning toward not starting Smith. Beaten up last night with the stitches, but he's in there. And he'll hit it in the air to the left side for Danny Espinosa. Wind is moving the ball around here. It ends up foul, and Anthony Rendon makes that grab. Tricky night with the breeze on pop-ups.
You know what? I wish I had a scar that reminded me of my first major league game. I mean, serious. He's got something over his left eye that'll always remind him of his first day in the big leagues. He got a knock, barely got thrown out stealing. It's almost like a tattoo. And I bet he didn't want to come out of the game, but there's no way they could stitch him up and keep him in.
1 for 5 as a big leaguer. Here's Markakis. Ground ball to Ryan Zimmerman, first time up.
It's a keep your feet moving kind of night if you're catching a pop-up here at Nats Park.
Yeah, first you're doing it in the box against Gio, and then the fielders are doing it on fly balls. Ball 2. Early 1-0 lead for the Mets at home over Miami. The Nats are 2 games up on the Fish and 2.5 up on the Mets, who've lost 3 straight. 2-0 pitch. 88. Not hittable. Paint on the outside edge.
Good frame.
And Markakis looks back at Dan Isanya.
He should look back at Jose Lobaton, because watch the artwork.
Yeah, pitch track said that wasn't really that close. 2-2 might have changed the at bat. This one going deep to left center, but Michael A. is there. 2 down in the 3rd, and as mentioned, if you don't pull it tonight, you're probably not going to hit it out of here. Freddie Freeman is next. Looking out to the west. Beautiful sky this evening on April the 12th. Shift is on for Freeman. Out of play the other way. He walked first time up. 7 walks on the year for Freddie now. Look out. That was a bit off speed at 87, but up and in.
That's actually Gio's fastball right now. Just kind of felt for that one. You see the 2 seams kind of coming up and in at Freddie Freeman. And then reaction from Gio. Put his hands on his knees, telling Freeman he didn't mean it. Honestly, I think it's better to keep a hitter guessing. If you don't let me know that you didn't mean it, how do I know?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, okay.
2-1. Missing away. Well, the current state of the Braves will dictate that Freddie Freeman, if he wasn't before, I don't know what you were thinking, but he's definitely the guy you're circling now at the start of a series that you don't want beating you. Way out of play, 3-2. Nick Markakis swinging well, but he's not nearly the home run threat he used to be. So this is the guy.
It's always tantalizing, though, when he's hitting 111 to go right after him.
Yeah. Is he struggling or is he due?
Right.
Drives it to left. Worth is back. And look how big the yard is tonight.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
Freddie Freeman really hit that ball well. 1-2-3 for Gio. This looks like a 1-0 or a 2-1 game.
And watch Jason Worth and the adjustments he makes. He breaks to the left. The wind blows the ball back over to his right. He's thinking he might have to go up on the wall. Look at this. He checks where he's at, sees the fence, knows he's getting close. He's thinking he might have to go up on the fence. And the next thing he knows, he looks at the baseball, and it's actually stopped, coming back toward the infield. And nice adjustment right there by Jason Worth.
Yeah, Freddie hit that ball a ton. Here's Lobatone, bottom of the third. First action of the year for the Nats backup catcher. Hit a .199 last year with 3 homers, 20 RBIs, 136 at bats in 44 games. Bat barrel went flying back to the backstop on a ground ball. Freeman to Chassin, who's pitching well. Next up is Gio.
Let's just say it's a good night to pitch.
As it is in New York, they've got Jose Fernandez and Noah Syndergaard up there tonight. 55 degrees in New York City and a 1-0 game up there. Well, Gio's 3-season homer streak came to an end last year.
Well, he owes Yolis Chassin a really big swing right here.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty big.
You don't think pitchers play that game? They do. You're gonna swing like that off me, I'm gonna swing like that off of you.
His shoelaces did stay tied on this.
Pretty healthy hack. Yeah. You want to play that game? Let's do it.
Gio goes the other way. He's going to easily beat it out at first. Markakis charging for a moment. And Gio Gonzalez is a 1,000 hitter in the year 2016.
Can't get him out.
Set him up, didn't he, with that first swing?
He did. I'm going to go for a homer, and now I'm going to flip something to right. And you saw the smirk from Chassin as Gio Gonzalez rounds the base just off the end, perfectly placed. And once again, Gio was flying down the first baseline. There's a smirk.
Michael A. Taylor, first pitch of the game for the Nats offense, popped up to second baseman Gordon Beckham. Couple of hits over the weekend. 3 for 22. In fact, 2 of those last night as we got this series underway.
If I'm Dusty, I'm giving Gio the green light at first. He is ready to run tonight.
Does he go to third? Does he go to third? Up with the ball is Smith. Throw into second. And now Taylor is hung up between first and second. Nats had a chance for first and third with 1 out. Michael A. Taylor was convinced Mallex Smith was going to throw to third.
Well, it's a good play by Mallex Smith. Good base running by Gio. He's locked and loaded tonight, folks. He is not stopping for anybody. He went right in Smith's face, and you see Smith mid-throw choke it off. Throw a perfect one-hopper to second base. I love the way Gio Gonzalez is playing tonight. You see right there, might have deked Michael Taylor. He saw Smith coming up to third, and then he took too big a turn. And that was the end of that deal.
Anthony Rendon, up to him if the Nats are to take the lead and a strike.
I love the enthusiasm and the way Gio Gonzalez is playing this entire game tonight. The way he's been covering first, the way he ran to first on his hit, and the way he went first to third right there. And Dusty Baker talking to Michael Taylor.
One ball, one strike. Rendon, line drive. He really scorched it first time, forcing a backhand catch by Freddie Freeman at first. One and two. Off speed to get him with 79. Chassin pitches around a couple of base hits. He has struck out 3, and we're scoreless into the middle innings. The 4th inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by the RAV4 Hybrid. All-wheel drive and unexpected performance. Visit buyatoyota.com tonight. Kettle corn or caramel corn?
I don't know.
It's hot. That's all I need.
Jump in there.
Yeah, like the kid at the playground, just jump right in. That would be fun. When you have insight, you know how to handle your finances with confidence. Minor League Insights brought to you by PNC Bank. For the achiever in you, Trey Turner and his minor league numbers. Hope to see him soon. 225, 9 for 40 in a 27-game audition with the Nationals. Last year, 1 home run, 1 RBI.
And you came up with Turner the Burner, which I thought was awesome.
By the way, he hit his first major league home run at Atlanta off the right-hander who's going to start for the Braves tomorrow night, Matt Whistler. Rendon and Gio, 2 bubbling personalities getting together on the infield. Here we go, top 4 with Adonis Garcia. Gio, 46 pitches, 29 strikes. Garcia, the cleanup man, showing bunt, and he got everybody on the move. Flared one to Bryce Harper first time, ending the first inning.
I saw Jose Lobaton pounding the dirt. He wanted that on the ground right where Gio put it. And he said, that a boy, threw it back quick. Trying to get a chase below the strike zone. Now he wants it up and in.
Changing eye levels of that hitter.
Gio doing exactly what he's telling him to.
Yeah. I like the command so far. What do you think?
Yeah. 16 days off for everybody.
You have to have a 12-man rotation to do that. That's out into left field, and Garcia checks in with his 7th base hit of the year, 7 for 21. He's a good stick in that cleanup spot for the Braves. How much power he will hit for remains to be seen. Bob, FP, and Dan, hope you're comfortable at home as the temperatures drop here in Southeast. 58 degrees at game time. And here is Jeff Francoeur, who went up ripping first time. He ripped a foul past his third base coach. Then he ripped a base hit past Anthony Rendon. Danny Espinosa really playing Francoeur to pull here. And Murphy nearly up the middle. So 3 pitches, and Frenchie is ripping on all 3. Pretty typical of how they played Jeff Francoeur. throughout most of his career. Dead pull hitter, loves to swing from the heels. If you get ahead of him 0-2, you don't have to throw him a strike to get him out.
I don't think you ever have to throw him a strike.
That's true too. Target is in, which means fastball. The 89 jammed him, and it's 0-2. Jeff Francoeur, 153 career home runs in 11 years. First with the Braves, the Mets, the Rangers, Royals, Giants, Padres, and then last year with the Phillies, where he hit 13. Way inside.
Heard Vin Scully today in his 67th opening day say a term I've never heard before. He's a bad ball swinger, not a bad ball hitter.
So not necessarily contact?
Yeah, not necessarily contact.
That's a good way to put it.
You and I had a great time up here before the game. We had Vin on.
We did.
To him. 67th opening day.
I love the story he told about Dodger Stadium when it first opened. They must not have hired anybody from a Hollywood set to design the foul poles, because they found out the foul poles were in foul territory. They're supposed to be completely fair, and that was a little snafu when Dodger Stadium first opened back in '62.
Well, the story he was telling about A.J. Ellis when he was hitting was the best. He said he had one of his kids in a car on the way to the ballpark, and I said, "Where'd you have your kid?" He said, "A Toyota Camry." I mean, just you can listen to him all day.
1-2, and Francoeur to center. They backs up Taylor just a bit. First out, fourth inning. Yeah, it's going to be very odd when we go to L.A. thinking that that's the last time we'll see Vinny at Chavez Ravine.
I think it's going to be emotional for everybody that rolls through Dodger Stadium this year. If those of you who don't know, Vin doesn't travel with the ball club anymore, stays just at the home games, and it'll be our last time seeing Vin Scully at Dodger Stadium, and it's something we look forward to maybe more than the game when we play the Dodgers.
Well, to me, it's the game is first, but it's a real close second place tie between Vinny and Dodger Dogs.
Yeah,
you know me.
Yeah.
But it is so special, and I got to spend my first opening day next door to him.
He's the best.
One out, one on, top of the fourth. Gio drops 79 in there. Ibar hit that wickedly spinning one hopper to Danny Espinosa first time. Danny had designs on turning two with Murphy, but the ball got out of his glove. Gio pitched around it with a strikeout and then two fly balls. Ibar watching that one all the way in. No score. It's 0-2-0 Braves. They've left three. 0-3-1 Nats. They've stranded two. Slow roller right side. Murphy's got a play to Espinosa. Danny, no chance to play it to first, and that's a play that you keep a close eye on with the old neighborhood play, which supposedly is no longer in effect.
I saw Freddie Gonzalez turn to the phone. Nice feed by Murphy, got rid of it quick. Was Danny Espinosa's foot on the bag? Couldn't tell with that angle.
He might be the only one that could tell you.
Yeah, kicked it again with his back foot, cleared himself. Was that a good slide by Garcia? I don't know. I guess.
So much to think about in every play now.
I mean, it's just.
Here's the number 8 man, Tyler Flowers. No runner in scoring position, so this is where you go ahead and really challenge. Actually, he's batting 7th. Beckham is 8th. Chance to get out of the inning here and then have the bottom 2 up in the 5th. Flowers is 2 for 7 to start his season. I'm just thinking, watching the intensity of Gio, the way he's commanding things tonight, there may not be a pitcher on the staff that Mike Maddox has more of an effect on than Gio Gonzalez.
Well, I just like the way he's picking up his target.
Runner going, foul ball.
Remember, he's been told that in the past, and Steve McCatty mentioned it to him. But when you win 21 games, it's really hard to change somebody. But in the middle of his windup, he always looks down right when he goes into his turn. And Mike Maddox has been working on smoothing it out. They kind of lost that little hitch at the top in his windup, and he's picking up his target much earlier. All really good stuff. And Gio Gonzalez very open to Mike Maddox and all of his suggestions and implementing them here early.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Braves have 3 steals. Ibar has 1 of them. Shorter lead this time. And with Bob Davidson staring from the other side of the diamond, Gio steps off. Up and in. It was close. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Lobaton tried to frame it, but it was too far in. Dan Sonia not buying that one.
Two now. Pretty good jump. Strike 3 anyway, inning over. So with the runner going on a 2-2 pitch, Gio Gonzalez gets a called 3rd strike. Bryce Harper fouled out his first time. Big bats coming up. Harper, Zimmerman, Murphy.
Not a lot of hitting going on, some good pitching going on. Yolis Chacin, Gio Gonzalez doing their things, and maybe they're the ones that showed up to hit tonight. If you remember Yolis Chacin's first swing off Gio Gonzalez, he almost pulled everything. He can't swing any harder than that. Then he swings hard on the second pitch and pops it up. And Gio Gonzalez, he takes a mighty rip. If you're going to swing like that, I'll play that game with you. Then it's a little cut fastball and drops it into right field for a base hit. You can see the smile by Chacin, the smile by Gonzalez. The game within the game. They're bundled up. They want a foul ball. Did you see the guy from Detroit yesterday?
No.
He caught 5 foul balls in the game. 5. He had a glove. They're ricocheting off here, there. I mean, it wasn't like he was running over kids to get it. He legit caught 5 foul balls in one game.
Harper reaching out and rolling that ball over to Beckham. Chelsea, he has been a strike thrower tonight. 35 pitches, 27 strikes, including that one. Zimmerman and Murphy. He struck out Ryan Zimmerman with a hard slider away first time. And Murphy got him for one of the 3 Nats hits. Ryan jammed on that one.
I'll probably see one.
Malix Smith. 2 outs. Murphy keeps on hacking, and the reports from Dan keep on coming.
Bob, I asked Daniel Murphy last night about the offensive success he's had to begin the season, and he attributed a lot of it to the traffic on the base paths that he's had in front of him. He said anytime you can put the pitcher in high leverage situations, they're more prone to make mistakes. Now, that might sound like a hitter just deflecting attention away from himself and putting it on the team, but it's also true. Coming into today, Murphy had 22 plate appearances. 17 of them came with at least 1 runner on. 11 of them came with 1 runner in scoring position. Only 5 coming into today with no one on base. A lot of traffic on for Murphy early on.
9 hits, 5 walks, came in with an on-base percentage of .591, so he's back over 600. Batting average is at .500, crazy. 1-0 pitch. I mean, he is seeing everything. You can tell by a guy's takes how well he's going sometimes.
Well, his head's just so still, his foot's down so early. There's just no movement, and it's so hard to generate bat speed from a standstill like he does, but he's so adept at it. It's the ideal way to hit. And why doesn't everybody hit like that? Because everybody can't get the barrel of the bat out front on 95 flat-footed. You need to start something yourself. Like a pitcher winds up to generate 95. As a hitter, you got to get back and get something going to go forward. And when you do that, inevitably, your head's going to move. Like Ryan Zimmerman with the big leg kick, the hitch. That's going to move your head a little bit, and you're going to make bad decisions from time to time. But the way Daniel Murphy hits with his head frozen, he's going to see the baseball better than most.
Yeah, and then he unleashes that quick bat, 3-2.
I mean, that's how everybody would love to hit. It's just that everybody can't hit that way because they're not strong enough with their wrists, their hands, their forearms, whatever, to generate bat speed to get it out front. And it's style and personal preference and all that stuff, but the ideal way to teach hitting is what he's doing right here.
3-2, and Chassin breaks one down and in on him. This guy's pitching some kind of ball game tonight. 4 strikeouts. What a duel, Gio and Yolis. Top of the 5th. Gio against Gordon Beckham. Goes up ripping. Espinosa to his left. And the ball just deflects hard off him. Base hit all the way. And Gordon Beckham has his 2nd hit of the year in 11 at bats.
Well, he's trying to go into the slide play and go spin move and use that big arm of his, but he just got his foot in the way. Kind of got that foot down a little bit too early in front of his glove, and they scored that a hit. They did.
Here's Jacin. Tried to hit one to the Capitol first time up. Then he popped up. And right here he's looking for his 15th career sacrifice. Gio paints with 85 on the outside edge. That's the 3rd inning in 5 tonight where the Braves have put their leadoff man on. Nats haven't been able to do that yet.
That's a big part of the ball game. Top of the 5th inning, no score. Leadoff single. You got a chance to help yourself with a sacrifice bunt. Got pretty good speed on first base, so Chassis just has to get it on the ground and he'll advance the runner. Now Gio Gonzalez can play with him a little bit. Elevate a fastball, bounce another one, see if you can strike him out. He'll be bunting here, you'd think, in a 2-strike count.
Yeah. They don't always want him swinging away and maybe hitting into a double play. That one way outside for a ball.
It's okay. He's trying to get him to chase for strike 3. You got a few pitches to play with. Now you just throw the strike and, you know, take the out on the sacrifice bunt. If he bunts it foul, great. But Gio was trying to strike him out in a bunt stance those last 2 pitches. Now just let him do it. Far enough.
Two-two pitch. He switches off and swings at it. Murphy out, Harper in. Don't know if anybody took charge in that ball, but Daniel Murphy puts it away for the first out.
Interesting call by Freddie Gonzalez, letting his pitcher hack away right here. Chacin shown he can handle the bat, but in a 0-0 game in the 5th inning, I got to have my pitcher get the bunt down there.
Yeah.
Got a little weird here at the end. Everybody a little shaky with the win tonight at Nats Park. Not taking any chances.
To the top of the order for Malik Smith, who has bounced out hard to first and then popped up foul to third. Derek Dietrich has an RBI, and the Marlins just tied the Mets in New York. Smith just 22 years of age. He'll have a birthday in less than a month. And Gio has not hesitated to move guys off the plate tonight.
I love it. If you let one go, own it. If a pitcher shook his head after he threw a pitch at my head, I knew he didn't mean it. But if a pitcher stared me down a little bit, even if he didn't mean it, now I'm thinking up there. I'm not as comfortable as I was a pitch before.
Both pitchers strike throwers tonight. Gio 2 out of every 3. Chacin 3 out of every 4 pitches have been strikes. Good matchup. 2-1 pitch. Uncertain swing. Had to go. Dale Scott rings him up. Strike 2.
I just think, you know, going back to the other night, when you see a ballpark playing big and you're pitching and you see Freddie Freeman hit that ball to left and it's not going out, that relaxes you so much on the mound. Now I'm just really going to pound that strike zone. I know I'm not going to get hurt with one swing. It's going to take 2 or 3 hits to beat me.
Now at 2-2.
It's a big miss. It gives Freddie Gonzalez a chance to start Beckham at first.
Short lead, but he's running. Nick Markakis is next here in the 5th. Runner on the move and another foul.
Pretty good battle going on between these two, and I like that Freddie Gonzalez is starting his runner. Is Malik Smith a double play? No, but he's trying to make something happen. He's trying to first and third, maybe hit a gap, score a run, being aggressive, maybe making up for that missed bunt attempt by Yolis Chassin.
There's why it's hard to get comfortable against Gio. 7 pitches all over the place. 3-2 count. 1 out. Runner going but late. Gio stabs it to Murphy. Comes off the bag and in the process of throwing drops it. So they do get the lead runner. A lot of things happening on that play.
Hey, check that out. Freddie Gonzalez already held his hand up. He wants to see it. So did Murphy touch the base? Beckham going on the pitch. Gio Gonzalez quick with his feet, gets rid of it right to Murphy, and he was on the base, and he did come off. But that was on the transfer. Foot was on the base. Look at ball secure in his glove on the transfer. Nobody's going to review that. I think you're wasting a challenge if you do.
No. Freddie going back down the steps. 2 outs and Markakis now, as Gio made a quick decision, keeping a runner now out of scoring position.
So many rules. I mean, you're essentially turning umpires into meter maids is what you're doing. They're having to enforce rules that maybe they don't even agree with, that were made by people that aren't baseball people, and it's taken away from the game so much. It's sterilized baseball. You want an exciting brand of baseball, but you're stopping it every 2 minutes to look at a replay to make sure a guy's foot was on the base, the guy slid in the right lane, that he slid straight into home, that the catcher gave him a lane. There's just so much going on. And now you have a game with so many rules to begin with, and you're adding more and more and more, and it's going to make people's head explode.
Gio 9 straight first pitch strikes.
Play baseball.
In the air to center. That had a really good sound for a fly ball. Goes about 300 feet. That kind of night in D.C. Worth, Espinosa, Lobaton ahead for Washington. And here they come. Down the stretch is H squared going to make it 3 in a row. Herbert Hoover, unbeatable.
He's on fire.
What's going on here? No score. We had a special event last night. Sidney Pearl Dressman came into this world. Mike Dressman, our fantastic associate producer, and his wife Shira, giving birth to their first baby. What a doll. Welcome, Sidney.
Congratulations, man.
That is awesome.
Everyone's having kids this year. It's like one of these games, there's going to be nobody in the truck. We're all scrambling to have kids. We're just going to be on our own up here with just the center field camera locked into the hitter. Just like this, the whole game right here. Congratulations.
That is so great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have watched Mike over the years grow up in this business. It's always great to see some of the young people we work with that were rookies just become top-notch production people. Mike's one of those. Worth gets a breaking ball and fouls it. The count's 2-2. Inside the numbers from PNC Bank for the achiever in you. So the lefties who are the toughest, any pitchers who are the toughest on right-handed batters, and Chacin is in that list. I'm telling you, man, this guy knows how to pitch. 42 strikes, actually 42 pitches, 31 strikes coming into this inning, and he goes upstairs. Hasn't walked a batter. He's given up 3 hits, but he has scattered them, as the reporters say. So right now 47 over 33. Worth hits it hard. It's a knock into left center. Jason around the bag. For a moment I thought we might see his patented slide stop. But Frank Gore was up with the ball, and the Nats have their leadoff man on for the first time.
Yeah, fastball 89, hit speed 99. And just hit it too hard for Eric Ibar to get there. Good turn by Worth, too, forcing the issue. Leadoff knock here in the 5th. Nats in business. Dugout's digging it. Golf clap from Daniel Murphy. Aggressive golf clap.
Yeah.
Is this a whoever scores first wins game? What do you think?
Could be. Home team's bullpen's really good these days, it seems, night after night. It's okay with me if the Nats don't come from behind to win every day.
Come from ahead victories are acceptable.
Exactly. Get ahead, stay ahead. Espinosa fly ball to center first time. And Chacin turning that one over on the lefty. Danny 1 for 6 against the 28-year-old who has 40 career wins, 49 losses. $11-game winner with the Rockies in 2011. 14-game winner out in Colorado 2 years ago. High gas, and he got the call.
I don't think Danny Espinosa really agreed with Dan Iasonia right here. Pretty good frame by Tyler Flowers, gets the call.
Yeah, late movement. It looked like a high, late moving changeup. 0-2 now, big gap in right center. And Danny Espinosa with a late hack stays alive.
He's trying to backdoor that cutter and trying to get Espinosa to give up on it. We talked about the weather last night and how you have to take advantage of nights like that because of nights like tonight.
Yeah.
What was it? 70 degrees at game time yesterday. Beautiful night. Ball flying all over the place. Your hands are warm as a hitter. You don't have to worry about getting jammed. And tonight, even though the temperature's not that cold, the wind chill is -40.
0-2 again. Then he goes off speed, drops that curveball in there for the strikeout. Number 5 for Chacin.
Yoga in the outfield returns in 2016 following the Nationals-Marlins game. That's Sunday, May 15th. It's not a stretch to say this will be the biggest and best yoga in the outfield ever. Visit nationals.com/yoga for all your details. Dusty will be there.
Jose Lobaton pulled one to Freddie Freeman first time. He pulls one by Freddie Freeman this time. 2 hits in an inning for the second time in the last 3 innings go the Nats. And here comes Gio Gonzalez. He may be bunting to move 2 runners ahead.
Yeah, Jason Worth had to jump over the ball right here. That might have slowed him down a little bit, but I don't think you forced the issue with Gio Gonzalez coming up. You know, you have somebody else in the order that's going to drive you in. Maybe you think about going first to third. Nice at bat by Jose Lobaton.
Gio Gonzalez, his 20th career hit last time up.
I think you want to bunt this one to third, make Garcia field it, and have a chance for Michael Taylor to drive in a pair.
That's the way he was aiming.
Almost out of the box right there, and it hit him. He'd have been out.
He got a nice off-speed pitch to take that way. Chacin to Beckham. Gio doing it all tonight. 1-4 on the sacrifice.
Well, it could be the story of the game. I mean, obviously not to put too much pressure on Michael Taylor, but Yolis Chacin in the top of the 5th didn't get his bunt down. Braves didn't score. Gio Gonzalez in the bottom of the 5th, 1st and 2nd, gets his bunt down, and we'll see if the Nats can cash in. So good execution by Gio Gonzalez. Not as easy as it looks when you haven't played all season long. Nice job.
Yeah, he's looked very comfortable. Both sides of the ball tonight. Taylor ripped a base hit out to left center last time. But as Malik Smith fooled everybody and threw into second, Michael got caught in a rundown with Gio moving over to third.
I'm telling you, your first major league game as a father, it's so much extra incentive to go out there. Not that your son is going to remember it, because Enzo just born obviously in spring training, but you can tell him someday, hey, your first game, son, I won, I got a base hit, I got a bunt down, I went 7 innings.
Cool.
So he's got extra motivation tonight for sure. And Enzo's in the ballpark. We were going to show him to you, but it was too cold, so they decided to sit inside.
I think he's charting pitches in there.
He probably is already. And if you missed it, he was about 6.5 pounds and 60 feet 6 inches at birth.
Breaking ball that ends up low in the zone, 1-2.
Well, that's such a big pitch in that bat. 2-1 versus 1-2. It's always the most critical pitch in every at-bat in my mind, because you're either in the driver's seat 2-1 or now you're fighting 1-2. And that one could have went either way, and it went the Braves' way.
Pitchers like to bury breaking balls against Michael A. Taylor, but there are 2 runners on at second and third. We'll see what Chacin goes with here. He goes with the heater away, and Michael A. Taylor strikes out. The Nats have stranded 4 tonight. Scoreless game. It's the dandy for the pitchers after 5.
of the season, and yesterday before batting practice, Lobaton was out on the dirt in the warning track in right field, having Bob Henley short hop throws into him, and Lobaton was working on catching him kind of with that chest protector, deadening him into the dirt. I asked him why he was doing that and if that was something the coaches wanted him to do. He said, no, that's on me. I need to work on my timing. That's not just as a hitter. I need to work on my timing defensively as well, work on receiving those balls in the dirt, not letting them get too deep or moving around too much. So it goes both ways, working on his timing at the plate and behind the plate, guys.
Well, he's so good back there. He just had to cross from one side to the other to catch that pitch to Freddie Freeman. Still called a strike. He sets up away again. Kind of shakes that glove as if to emphasize. And that was Dan with a Coons.com sideline report. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. Top 6. Freeman a walk and a fly ball to deep left. Goes with a big curveball, 2-2. Gio threw 5 innings, 80 pitches, 52 strikes. That's a great pitch. Off speed at the knees, ball 3.
Michael Taylor standing in center field saying, hey, that was strike 2 to me. I mean, it's the same spot as his second strike, right? Oh, maybe a little bit lower. Good frame by Lobaton.
3-2 with nobody out. Freeman checks one to right center. Taylor after it, approaching the scoreboard, runs it down for the first out. Freddie Freeman could easily be 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 home runs tonight. We're at a different kind of evening here.
Well, you got to know that. Freddie Freeman's played a lot of games in this ballpark. He knows it's not going anywhere. You're just fighting the wind. You're fighting the cold tonight. Ball's not traveling.
Braves box. First hit came in the second. Frank Court leading off. Garcia in the fourth, their next hit. Beckham, their next one after that. Leading off the fifth. Gio's pitching beautifully for his first time out, and as FP told you, hasn't pitched competitively in over 2 weeks. That was against Atlanta down in spring training.
And he pitched well that game. He's carrying it right into this game. He just seems more focused than I've seen him in a long time tonight. The energy level through the roof. We just showed him and had a little fun with him covering first in the first inning, but there were times in his Nats career where he would forget to cover first, and he was sprinting over there tonight twice. And getting the bunt down, attention to detail, focus. I think it has a lot to be being a dad for the first time, really.
That was Easter Sunday against Chacin and the Braves. 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. Little did we know it would take so long to see him again. Here's a 1-2 with 1 out. Bounces it.
And just think how focused Mike Dressman's going to be when he gets back.
Unbelievable.
It's going to be unreal.
Our newest Masson dad. There's Masson Dan, and there's Masson Dad.
And don't confuse the two.
Exactly. 2-2. Well, Gio was way ahead. Garcia ripped one into left field last time. Got him on 81. Cleanup hitter probably expecting the express, and he got the local, and Gio Gonzalez only his 3rd K tonight, and that's just fine.
A good changeup right here. 3-2 pulls the string. I believe he threw another 3-2 changeup for strike 3, maybe to Flowers earlier in the game, but Gio Gonzalez has it going on here tonight. Under control, picking up the target. The delivery smoothed out. Watch how smooth it is. There's no hitch at the top. You remember when he used to turn, he'd stop up there for a click and then go. It was kind of to gather himself over the rubber. Now he's just rolling right through it. Watch how soon he picks up the target with his head. He still looks down for a second, but watch. Now he picks up the target way earlier than he used to. I mean, if we can maybe show you last year, I mean, he would pick that thing up at the very last second. Mike Maddox ironing that out. His delivery's on time. It's more consistent. He's repeating his mechanics.
Big hook on 0-2. Gio Gonzalez with the old roundhouse curveball. Yeah, there's no doubt Mike Maddox is having an effect on Gio Gonzalez. And right now he's having an effect on this game.
I'd like to see that, and Gio Gonzalez should be smiling. I think his night is over. We'll see a lot of handshakes in the Nats dugout. A tremendous first outing of the year for Gio Gonzalez here tonight as we head to the bottom of the sixth. For every Nats walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support Girls on the Run DC. The Nats have 26 walks. That equals $1,300. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
Anthony Rendon looking for his first base hit tonight. He's lined out to first, struck out swinging. Sean Kelly getting ready. Gio's thrown 95 pitches, 61 strikes. There's another great number that goes along with that. Gio now has thrown 12 consecutive first pitch strikes and has been ahead of 13 of his last 15 hitters. Inside edge, Rendon gone. Right, Chacin throwing everything at these guys tonight. Strikeout number 7.
Well, Dan Isonia's looking for strikes. It's been obvious all night, but you see Flowers setting up down the way. The pitch is up and in all the way across the other side of the plate, and he gets the call.
Yeah. Pitch track showing the ball inside the box. Here's Bryce Harper. Bryce is fouled out to third. Bouncing ball to first early in the count last time up.
No gloves. Might be the first time all year he's gone no batting gloves. Last night he had them in his mouth when he stole second. I missed that till I watched the highlights this morning. I was watching the lead runner. Bryce had his gloves in his mouth when he stole second.
Off speed 2-0. Could go this at bat without seeing a fastball based on the count now.
He's the one guy in this game where the park can't hold him. He's got hit it through the cold and the wind power.
2 homers, 3 RBIs in the early going, couple of doubles. Right side. It eats up Freddie Freeman. Race to the bag, and Chacin got there. Well played by Beckham to his pitcher on a very long throw.
The ball was hit hard, had some serious topspin on it. No way Freddie Freeman's going to handle this one. That's a tough play for him. He's caught no man's land, but Give Gordon Beckham props for being there behind Freddie Freeman, and Yolis Chacin for being at first base. Nice play by the Braves. Bad luck for Bryce Harper. He thought he had a knock, and I did too.
Bases empty, 2 outs. Ryan Zimmerman. Swinging strikeout, fly ball to center. Gets the call with 90. Well, Gio, arguably the offensive start tonight. Base hit sacrifice. Some individual hits. Gio and Taylor back-to-back in the third. Worth and Lobatone 1 out apart in the 5th. Nats have not been able to break through. And Chacin is painting with everything. This veteran might be the lift the young Atlanta pitching staff needs.
Ryan Zimmerman never argues. That gives you an idea what they think of the strike zone tonight. You never see Ryan argue a called third.
After 6, no score. Pitchers are dealing in the cold.
www.justmercedes.com. Pitchers duel here at Nats Park, 0-0 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. But how about a tip of the cap to Gio Gonzalez tonight? His first start of the year, his first start in 16 days. He was ready to rock and roll, covering first base, flying all over the place, a base hit, going first to third on another hit. And Gio Gonzalez playing as hard as I've seen him play as a Washington National and getting the sacrifice down. So attention to detail, focus, not to mention the stuff. But something definitely to build on for Gio Gonzalez. He's going to wear the no decision tonight, but he pitched good enough to win.
Top of the 7th. Sean Kelly for the Nats. First appearance of this series. And a strike to Eric Ibar, who's 3 for 10 career against him. Sean has recovered nicely from that rough inning in his Nats debut, and he couldn't find home plate.
That's a pretty good pitch. I don't know where the strike zone is right now. No idea. Maybe that's why it's 0-0. Neither team does. You can hear some chirping going on down there too.
A knowledgeable fan just said that was a strike to Zimmerman.
I think that was a knowledgeable manager.
Oh, okay. Let's go back and see what Ryan had to deal with.
Well, the second strike's away. The third strike's in. I think he's saying that's in. Watch, that's in. That didn't cross the plate. It's in.
Yeah, he gave him both sides of the plate and that at bat.
You can't have both sides. That's what hitters will say to umpires, because you can cover one side if a guy expands a little bit, but it's tough to cover both.
Kelly strikes out Ibar. Next up for the Braves, Tyler Flowers. And their catcher is 0 for 1 against the Nats. 31-year-old right-hander who had a .245 ERA in 53 games with the Padres last year. Kelly's been busy. .167 games combined last 3 years for the Yankees and the Padres. In the air, short left, Espinosa out. Worth right behind him. Danny has it. 2 outs.
Come out to Nats Park Tuesday, April 26th. Nats take on the Phillies in game 1 of a 3-game set. First 20,000 fans, you'll get a Teddy plush window cling. Visit nationals.com to purchase your tickets today.
Left-hander Hunter Cervenka called up yesterday. They also called up the right-hander Joel De La Cruz, but they sent him out today to make room in the roster for Chacin. .1-0 pitch to Beckham. Drills it right center. That ball will plug the gap. Hits it off the wall on a fly. Bryce comes up firing. It's a 2-out double by Gordon Beckham. Opposite field pop, his second double of the year.
Well, the bad news is there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The good news is this is going to get Yolis Chacin out of the game.
Absolutely.
He pitched every bit as good as Gio did.
Jace Peterson against the right-hander will get the call.
A lot of handshakes in the Braves dugout. Chacin was dealing.
He was. Hey, you take advantage of what the umpire and the conditions give you, right? He did that, struck out 8. Jace Peterson second career plate appearance against Kelly.
This trip by Jose Lobaton is to get Oliver Perez ready for Malik Smith. This is a stall piece right here. Start the 30-second clock. Where are we at? And where is it at Nats Park? I don't even know where it is. Do you know where it is?
It's not the same as the in-between innings clock.
No, but the 30-second clock. Or is that just when a coach goes out there?
Yeah, I think players can stay until the umpire tells them to hit the bricks.
It's like a 15-second clock that nobody knows about for players. That's just a new. It's like wiffle ball. They're just making up rules as you go along.
Well, Chacin, 69 pitches, 52 strikes in 6 innings. 5-hitter. No runs. So the Braves take their shot with 2 outs here. And Peterson, his only career plate appearance against Kelly was a base on balls. And Sean gets ahead.
Nats have had success against Jace with the fastball up. He's been chasing that fastball right about around that Atlanta logo on his shirt.
1 for 4 last night. 2 for 15 on the season. No balls, 2 strikes.
Outfield's cheating up.
Teasing him with an 0-2 off speed. Swing and a miss. Well, this is the Sean Kelly we heard about when the Nats signed him to that 3-year deal. Daniel Murphy, bottom of the 7th, will lead off. No score. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Still no score here at Nats Park, bottom of the 7th inning. Who's going to score first? That's who's going to win this game. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every home run a Nats player hits this season. So keep them coming. It's for a wonderful cause. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. And while I remember, happy birthday to my dad, who's 73 years old today.
Wow.
The original Frank Paul Santangelo is 73 today.
FP1.
So happy birthday, Dad.
Well done, sir. Hunter Cervenka, major league debut, called up yesterday. And he gets Daniel Murphy as his first big league hitter. Could be a one-batter appearance. We'll see. Cervenka, 7 years in the minor leagues. In fact, he got let go by the Cubs last year early and played independent baseball for a while. Not many guys can say they pitched for Sugarland.
I like it.
1-1 to Murph, who's 1 for 2. Saw something he thought he could pull. 1 ball, 2 strikes as we enter the 9 o'clock hour. Bottom of the 7th inning. 0-4-0 Braves, 0-5-1 Nats. Atlanta has left 6 runners, Washington 4. Nats trying to go 5-1. They've never started a season with that record. Murphy reaches out, hits it by the mound, pretty well placed, race to the bag, and he's safe. Murphy picking up an infield hit as he hit it right between Ibar and Beckham.
When you're hot, you're hot. I mean, perfectly placed ground ball right here by Daniel Murphy. Beckham with a nice effort, but Murphy can run a little bit. And smelling the hit, smelling the leadoff single. Daniel Murphy with another base hit. Shocking news.
And I think he gave himself a little woo-hoo going past the bag there. So Cervenka, only big league hitter he has faced. A base hit for Murphy. Worth is next, deep into the Atlanta bullpen. Steven Strasburg, he was fantastic at Atlanta last week. Steven has finally fought back and even that career record against the Braves, 7-7 in 20 starts. Matt Whistler will take the mound for the Braves. Johnny and Ray get you going. 6:30 Nats Extra, Masson 2 from the ballpark. First pitch, 7:05. Jason Worth and Chris Withrow to duel here with the leadoff man aboard in the 7th.
Yeah, lots of fastballs from Withrow. Fastball average is 94. Slider and a curveball to go with it, but Jason Worth going to get number 1 for sure from this right-hander. Opponent's hitting .333 against Withrow early this year.
Nats facing him first time. Worth 1 for 2 with a hard base hit. Scooting on the ground out to left center last time up. And a pitch up. Excuse me swing, and the base runner is going to get doubled up. The Braves deked Murphy into not knowing where that ball was, and that's a 9-3 double play.
Trying to figure out if that was a straight steal by Daniel Murphy or a hit and run. Watch the jump. Does he look in? No, that's a straight steal. Did you see him? He didn't roll his head in, so that tells me it was a straight steal. Maybe Jason Worth trying to take advantage of that hole that was created by Murphy. He's trying to wave him back. And you see the frustration from Worth. Murphy had a great jump.
Danny Espinosa 0 for 2. And looking to drag that ball with him down the first base line. Jason Worth on that excuse me swing. It hit right on the sweet spot, and that's why it carried all the way out to Nick Markakis. A lot of times you'll see those drop in, but that ball ended up being hit pretty hard. 0-1 the count. Target away and low.
Yeah, I think all things considered, he wants that back. I mean, he was trying to hit the hole. That was a straight steal by Murphy. And the reason you know that is because Murphy didn't look in. And I was talking to Davey Lopes the other day. He wants his base runners on straight steals looking at the bag. And he's betting on the hitter taking the pitch when they do that. And he doesn't want them looking in because that slows you down. If you see a runner looking in, it's a hit and run all the way.
Espinosa squared around partially there. Takes ball 2. Scoreless game, bottom of the 7th. Marlins up in New York. They're still 1-1, bottom of the 6th.
So watch Daniel Murphy's head. It's all you have to watch. That tells you it was a straight steal, and he was betting on a take. And Jason Worth saw Gordon Beckham vacate and was trying to hit that hole and make it a 1st and 3rd scenario.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Espinosa late for 94. 7th inning unravels in a hurry. To the 8th, battle of the bullpens on a tough to hit night.
An absolute slugfest. Tonight, a pitching fest. Tough conditions for the hitters, a generous strike zone, all adding up to a 0-0 game and a well-played game so far.
But we're chiefing it out up here with the windows open. We don't care. We're tough. It's just one of those nights. It's conducive to pitching. A big strike zone, a floating strike zone, if you will. Tough conditions to hit. The ball's going nowhere. Freddie Freeman hit the tar out of a couple. Jason Worth hit one well. Bryce Harper's hit a couple balls well. The ball's just not traveling tonight. It's one of those nights. You have to manufacture runs on nights like tonight. Hit and run, steal, bunt, get them over, take advantage of an extra 90 feet here or there any way you can.
I think a big story out of the bullpen right now, the reemergence of Sean Kelly after a rough start. So we'll see Oliver Perez for the first time.
Yeah, third game of the year for Perez, and he's done a nice job, showing a lot of confidence out there. He'll give you the quick pitch to turn his back on you. But the one thing he's done real well is thrown a lot of strikes and filled up that strike zone. Dusty Baker has to like what he's seen so far from this left-hander.
Yeah, Perez first appearance in this series for the Braves, top of the order. Mallex Smith. Did he check? He did, says Dale Scott. Smith 0 for 3, putting the ball in play all 3 times, all on the infield. And he just missed. Well, that changes a few things here, but it is a left-handed pitcher looking right at a rookie speedster, and that's the first walk, actually only the second walk issued by the Nats tonight. Jim Johnson. Perez, kind of a crafty veteran. The old lefty, he'll give you some quick moves, try to catch you flat-footed.
Well, I think what you want to do right here is throw over just to see if Nick Markakis is showing bunt. I don't think he's going to bunt. He's way back in the box, but we'll see. Big lead by Smith. And then you have Bob Davidson at first base, which you always have to be aware of if you're Oliver Perez. His nickname, for those of you that don't know, Balkin Bob Davidson. He likes to call the balk.
Nick Markakis, 1 for 5 career against Oliver Perez. So that's 3 throwovers. And the ball goes to the backstop. Every 90 feet in this game huge, and that is really big with nobody out.
I'm wondering if there was a cross-up right there. Jose Lobaton doesn't miss pitches like this. I wonder if he's waiting for it to break back, or he just couldn't reach that far across the plate on the fastball. He wanted it down and away. It was down and in. Couldn't get across there.
Wild pitch called. Whistles a good strike under the hands of Nick Markakis. Just missed.
Pretty good pitch right here. We've seen that you really don't have to hit the target tonight to get a strike call.
Dangerous hitter on deck. 3-1 to Markakis, and that's 2 walks in a row here in the 8th.
A lot of close pitches on both sides, some for strikes, some for balls. I don't know. I don't.
Well, 2 pitches in that sequence in the zone, according to Pitch Track. He walked him on a 3-1, and now you deal with Freddie Freeman, 2 on, nobody out.
A good trip by Jose Lobaton. Going over the signs, maybe saying, hey, 1 pitch away from a double play, 2 outs, runner on third. We'll get out of this. Make a good pitch right here. Get a ground ball.
Freeman taking right in there. Freddie Freeman against Oliver Perez. Career 3 for 3, 2 RBIs. Goes with the hook and misses away. Blake Trinan warming up Garcia and Frank Core, 2 right-handed batters after Freddie Freeman here in the 8th.
I think you have to pay more attention to Smith with 1 out than you do with no outs, especially with the left-hander up. I don't think he's going anywhere right now.
Another element to this FP is that Anthony Rendon is probably 30 feet or more from the third base bag, and if something happens over that way, he's going to have to run for a while, and Lobaton may have to hit a moving target.
But he's keeping his eye on Smith. 1 eye on Smith, 1 eye on the bag. Danny Espinosa will be real loud if he takes off. He'll have plenty of time to get there, and he can vacate early because he has a left-hander up. He really doesn't have to hold his ground. So as soon as he hears runner or sees something out of the corner of his eye, he'll be there in plenty of time. I just don't think Smith is going right now. He's going to wait till Garcia gets up there right-handed and he'll think about going. But right now he's letting Freddie Freeman drive him in.
One-two pitch. Got him on a breaking ball way outside. Big time curve for the first out.
Well, check out the sequence between Ali Perez and Freddie Freeman. Does a nice job of coming back after a few walks. First pitch right there, strike 1. Freddie Freeman not sure if he's going to throw strikes. And then he gets the same pitch for strike 2, a fastball, then expands the zone with the slider. So nice comeback by Perez, and he'll hand it off to Blake Trinan.
Yeah, we'll have a double switch here. Looks like Stephen Drew will take over at shortstop for the Nats. Oliver Perez gets a huge strikeout. Now Blake Trinan's turn.
first, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Blake Trinan on for the Nats. Tex Masson's word of the day, strong, to 29292 for a chance to win a meet and greet with Max Scherzer. That's strong to 29292. That's brought to you by Care First. Live fearless with the name trusted for over 75 years. Care First, Blue Cross, Blue Shield.
Here's another word for you, short. Stephen Drew at shortstop. He'll be batting in the number 9 spot, second in the bottom of the 8th. And here comes Blake Trinan, who's been outstanding to start the season. 2 2/3 a hit and very little else. Trinan, 8th inning, got 2 outs last night.
Important for him to pay enough attention to Smith on second to keep him close, but not too much attention where it takes away from what he needs to do at the plate, and that's get a ground ball.
Garcia, opposite field hit against Blake here last night. 1-0 pitch, home run swing, airing it out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Did you see the late action on the Blake Trinan sinker? Split action at 94. Bottom drops out. Watch how late. I mean, that's a fastball.
Wow.
I mean, that's usually a split from somebody, and it's not 94.
And a 1-1 inside.
Well, he's got a lot of movement on that sinker tonight. Maybe a little bit too much. It's going to be tough for him to keep that in the zone. He's got, you know, when he takes a little off carp and it's 93, 94, that's when you see it sink even more.
He's pitching for the 3rd day in a row. He's got some kind of stuff going right now. Two and 2.
I mean, it always sinks. I don't know that I've ever seen it sink like this. That is a true sinker, folks. No run on it. It's just going straight down. You're almost hoping he makes contact right here because it's going to be hard to elevate.
Got one up in the zone a little bit, and that's trouble. Ball's going to fall in. Harper up with it. Blake Trinan got a pitch up, and Garcia is 2 for 2 against him in this series. Bases loaded, 1 out.
First pitch he threw above the belt. Everything else has been in the dirt. Watch him just kind of throw that sinker through the sink. It's elevated. And you knew Garcia was swinging because he was in that mode. Finds a hole, and the Braves in business here with 1 out, bases loaded.
Jeff Francoeur, first base hit of the year in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 3. And against Blake Trinan, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. You know he's up there hacking. That ball slams off the gear of Jose Lobaton. A couple of walks set up the inning to Malik Smith to lead off. Then Nick Markakis by Oliver Perez, who struck out Freeman. And then Garcia flares one to load the bases.
I mean, you face a guy like Blake Trinan, if it starts mid-thigh high, it's going to be a ball. Jeff Francoeur looking for something to start above his belt. That's the only chance he has to elevate.
Good pitch to a right-hander if you're trying to get a ground ball to the left side. Now it's 1 and 2.
I mean, watch the height of this pitch. And about halfway, if you can stop it halfway, stop it right there. I mean, that's what he's seeing. Now watch when he's swinging where the pitch is. Go ahead and roll it. Look at the action from about the 50-foot mark to the 60-foot mark, the last 10 feet. That ball looks like a strike right there. And now you make your decision as a hitter, and look at the late movement on it. Look how much downward action that pitch has. So Francoeur, in essence, made the right decision. That ball was elevated when he had to decide whether he swung or not, but when he swung, it was almost in the dirt.
1-2, ground ball to short. Drew Murphy, 6-4-3. Blake Treinen's forte is getting the ground ball, and the double play gets the Nats out of the 8th inning.
Huge.
How frustrated are the 0-6 Braves? 2 walks to start the inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Now the momentum goes to the first base dugout. Everything for the Nats these days, including that 6-4-3 double play ball. Frank Core got good wood on it, but it's right at the shortstop. Drew just in. Murphy clears himself. A lot of time to get it to Ryan Zimmerman. A tailor-made 6-4-3 double play ball.
Come into a major league game, the ball finds you every single time. Nice play by Stephen Drew and Blake Treinen with a little fist pump right there. Making a big pitch when he needed to. Nice job.
Drew will bat after Lobaton. Jim Johnson, first appearance of this series for the Braves. Johnson was traded to the Dodgers last year. Now he's back as a free agent. That is just foul off the bat of Lobaton.
I mean, this game big. The game in Boston tonight, the Orioles are up 5-4. I mean, this has to be the best start in Mass in history at 10-1, doesn't it?
Might get better. Johnson to Lobaton on the 0-1. Out of play to the left side. Jose Lobaton, 1-for-4 career against him. Gordon Beckham moves over to third base. And then Kelly Johnson, who can play the outfield or the infield, is over at second. Lobaton gone, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Check out the Potomac Nationals. They're counting it down in Woodbridge. 2 days till opening day. They'll be home for a week. 703-590-2311. Find them on the web at PotomacNationals.com. There's Stephen Drew. At the knees, outside edge. Ball moving away from him. 0-for-3 as a Nat. Pinch hitting appearance last night. Scorched one down the right field line, just foul. Then he popped up to the infield. Strike 2.
We didn't like that call.
A lot of unhappy hitters tonight. Got a swing. Now he has his first hit as a Nat. Stephen Drew's aboard with 1 out, 8th inning. Well, the bullpen's been good lately, and Dan has more.
Bob, Jonathan Papelbon has gone 2 straight days for this Nationals team. Dusty Baker said earlier today he wasn't ready to reveal whether Papelbon could go 3 in a row, but the bullpen is quiet right now, and you would normally see Papelbon warming for the 9th inning regardless of tie game or the Nationals with a small lead. Instead, nobody up. Looks like Blake Treinen might get the 9th.
Well, Blake got through that 8th inning on 9 pitches, 6 strikes. Breaking ball in the dirt.
Nice night for Stephen Drew so far off the bench. Starts a double play, gets a base hit. It's a huge night for a bench guy. Nicely done.
One-zero pitch. That's a fair ball. And Michael A. Taylor is 1 for 4. Drew to second base, 2 outs.
Productive out. Base hit away from going ahead. Not what Michael Taylor dreamed up when he was walking into the box, but Anthony Rendon cashes in. It's a productive out.
Anthony Rendon against Jim Johnson, career 1 for 2. Big curveball and a funny scooping catch by Tyler Flowers.
Decent arm in left in Francoeur. Good arm in right in Markakis. And I can't tell you anything about Malik Smith. We'll have to see together. Everybody cheating up and in for the Braves in the outfield. Try to throw out Drew.
1-0 to Rendon. Another crazy curveball, and somehow Tyler Flowers has kept Stephen Drew at second base on 2 crazy breaking balls. Rendon 0 for 3. 7 hits, 1 RBI in the season. Johnson throws him a fastball. Good tailing action back to the outside edge. Kind of interesting that if the Nats would score here and Treinen would pitch the 9th, he couldn't get a save because he'd be the winning pitcher. 2-1. Rendon trying to make that happen. Fastball got in on him just enough.
Saw Dave Jagler in the hallway between innings, and he concurred. We were both talking about, we've never seen Blake Treinen's sinker sink that much. And I think it's the point you made, Carp, that he's pitched a lot and he was a little bit fatigued out there, and that's why that sinker was sinking so much.
That's right.
That 93, 94 maybe more effective than 97, 98 with that much movement. Working that toothpick right now. Trying to squeeze a run out of that toothpick.
3-2 with 2 outs. Bryce Harper on deck. Outside, and Bryce will hit. Although they do have Eric O'Flaherty ready if needed. So the Nats have 2 on 2 out. That was a great disciplined at bat by Anthony Rendon, and Jim Johnson is done.
Well, Dusty Baker can't hate this situation with his MVP up, game on the line, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Game on, folks.
Bryce Harper and Eric O'Flaherty met last night, and O'Flaherty stands as the only pitcher in Major League Baseball this year that has struck out Bryce Harper.
Go no gloves, keeping the hands warm. Maybe heating that pine tar up a little bit. When you put that bat in front of the warmer, it makes that pine tar a little bit wet again. It'll get cold on a night like tonight and get real dry.
Eric O'Flaherty, non-roster guy for the Braves. In spring training, made the ball club. He was their only left-hander until they called up Cervenka yesterday. So here's Bryce, big gap right center. A lot of room through shortstop as they play a shift despite the lefty-lefty matchup. A simple ground ball anywhere near the shortstop position puts the Nats on top. He shoots one to left. The ball falling, and it's off the glove of Frank Gore. 1 run in. Running through the stop sign is Rendon, and he's in there. The Nats lead 2-0.
I mean, you talk about right man, the right spot. The game falls to Bryce Harper in the bottom of the 8th. No score. Freddie Gonzalez making the right move, bringing in the lefty, but Bryce Harper ready to hit, goes the other way. Good effort by Jeff Francoeur. The game on the line, he can't come up with it. Drew scores, Rendon scores. Nice swing by Bryce Harper. And watch the celebration at second base. A fist pump for Blake Trinan, now 1 for Bryce Harper. And a scream back to the dugout. MVP.
Bryce Harper goes from 3 RBIs to 5. He goes from 0 for 3 to 1 for 4. And he's put the Nats in position to win the first 2 games of this series. Time in the clutch. The Nats by 2. And here's Arodys Vizcaíno.
At 2 pitches, fastball, curveball. Fastball averages 97 miles an hour.
Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 2 career against him. A big 3rd run out there at second base. Ryan 1 RBI on the young season. Trying to bust up his own 0 for 3 tonight like Harper just did. And that's a fastball up.
Give Stephen Drew a lot of credit for the leadoff single. Anthony Rendon a lot of credit for taking the walk and moving the line to Bryce Harper. And even Michael Taylor on an excuse me swing, getting Drew into scoring position.
1-0 to Zimmerman. That ball out to short. Long throw for Ibar. And he's got Ryan Zimmerman. And here we go to the top of the 9th inning. Bunch of Braves are standing around and now just deciding to leave the field. Bryce reacts to RBIs number 4 and 5, and the Nats now by 2 with 3 outs to get. Treinen is headed to the hill to start the 9th. Masson brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Let us show you a good time in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. And by American Standard Heating and Air. It's their all-star sales event with up to $1,100 in instant rebates or 0% APR for 36 months. Top of the 9th, Blake Treinen against Eric Ibar. Bryce Harper's swing, the difference in the game. Don't forget about Stephen Drew coming in on a double switch, getting a base hit. The Rendon, great at bat for the walk, setting the stage for Bryce. Strike 1, 9th inning underway. And with apologies and kudos to Bob Henley, Rendon was being waved home on that play as it hit off the glove of Frank Gore and got over into foul ground. Curveball at the knees, no balls, 2 strikes.
Time for Toyota K's for Kids. Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children and their families by making a donation of $37 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year.
Pause for drama and a really good curveball to go with it. Well done.
3-pitch see ya. First pitch fastball, a couple of off-speed pitches to follow, and Ibar over the top trying to cheat to get to 96, 97.
Tyler Flowers facing Blake Treinen for the first time.
I'll tell you what, Bryce fires me up, and that fired up all Nats fans, but Dusty Baker used to fire me up as a player, and he still fires me up. I just love all the react shots, him pumping his fist. I mean, what's not to love early in the season about the Nats' new skipper? He's pushed every right button so far with the bullpen, giving Ryan Zimmerman a day off, letting Clint Robinson play. He gets a big knock. And then the emotion that he's showing on the bench, the communication, the moves he's making, I mean, he fires me up. Makes you want to go play again.
2 balls, 1 strike. Check out MLBatbat.com. Follow the Nats all season long on any of your devices. Stay up to the moment on game day, live game video highlights, and StatCat. It's the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. 2-2 pitch. Tyler Flowers and Blake Treinen. Swing and a miss. Blake Treinen is untouchable right now. 2 outs.
That was filthy. You can't break it down any more than that. That was filthy.
Gordon Beckham, 2 for 3. 0 for 1 against Blake Trinan. Johnny and Ray standing by with our Nets Extra postgame. Presented by W.B. Mason.
Well, this might be his last hitter. He's either getting the win. Well, you mentioned he can't get the save, but with Kelly Johnson on deck, this could be Blake Trinan's last hitter.
Sinker at 93 for the called strike, 2-1. That's why they have Felipe Rivero up. Kelly Johnson, left-hander, on deck. Three and 1. And he walked him. Well, I figured either way Blake Trinan walks off the mound, even with the last out, or walks off here, he's going to get one great ovation from these fans. So a double switch is coming from Dusty here. Felipe Rivero will get the call against Kelly Johnson. Trinan in line for his second win of the year already.
Just want to soak it in one more time like I do. Go back to the 8th inning. Bryce Harper, first pitch. Double the left, scored a few, put the Nats up, and that's where we are right now. 2-0 Nats, and the emotion from Bryce Harper on second base. That shot right there, you're going to see everywhere tonight in the highlights.
Clint Robinson on the double switch will bat 7th and play first base. Pitcher in the number 4 spot now. And Felipe Rivero had 2 saves last year as a rookie. Trying to nail it down here. Kelly Johnson 0 for 2 career against Rivero. With a strikeout. Nats will probably let Beckham stroll down to second if he so chooses. Ball 1. That ball drilled to right. That's over Bryce Harper's head. It's going to short hop the wall Kelly Johnson is the tying run in scoring position. 2-1 game.
Clutch. You know, even if Bryce Harper's playing no doubles in that situation, there's no way he gets to that bullet. Kelly Johnson squaring this one up. You were thinking up by 2, the Nats outfield might be a little bit deeper, but the way the ball's been carrying tonight, I don't think Dusty Baker want him in a no double situation. Even if they were, like I started with this, he wouldn't have got to that ball.
Now it's a couple of youngsters, Rivero and Malik Smith, who's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Facing each other for the first time. Markakis on deck. And a tough out yet to get for the Nats. Check swing. Good breaking ball by Felipe for a strike.
A lot of things going on. You know, first of all, strike one so important. But with Smith up, it allows the outfield to come in very shallow. Jason Worth shallow in left. Taylor shallow in center. Bryce kind of average in right field. But they have a chance to throw out Kelly Johnson on a hit.
Fastball bangs to the outside edge. 0-2.
Don't be in a hurry here. You're way ahead. You don't have to end it on this pitch. Don't be in a rush to end the game. Set something up.
It's up fine. And in to move him back.
That's a good pitch. A lot of times young closers trying to go for the save want to end the game. They get in a hurry. He's way ahead. He has time here. Wow. Maybe a little outside, but we've seen worse called tonight.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Did he go? Game over on the appeal. And the Nationals are 5-1 for the first time in their history. And it's the first time a team in D.C. has been 5-1 to start the season since the 51 Senators.
Maybe just a little bit too far. It looked like Dale Scott got it right. I thought the pitch was pretty good too, but a nice victory for the Nats here tonight. The MVP, the reigning MVP, stepping up big time.
Felipe Rivero the save. Trinan the win, and an unhappy bunch of Braves are 0-7.